Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today well, give you a reference. We just finished putting the bubble window in. That was about 2 hours ago. It's a little too dark to start the other side. So we're gonna start on custom fabricating a grill. Now I wanted a phantom grill. I'm sure I could pay someone an exorbitant amount of money to make me one. Or I could just get some metal, make my own. So I'm going with this twisted rod look. It's like a pretty big twist. Pretty cool. It'll definitely be different. And I'm using this little hammered piece. All right, we have our top and we have our bottom all welded together. We're not really going to grind these right now. We're not going to worry about that at all. Next up, we're going to pretty much go 17 inches. I decided that I'm going to go all the way down and hang right on the bumper. I'll be like a half an inch off that. Yeah, I know I'm going to have to take these braces off and I'm going to have to cut this top core support, but that's not a big deal. This whole piece, I might be taking the whole thing off. I probably will be. Yeah, I might as well get rid of everything. And then that's going to leave me with having to fabricate something for the ground effects, but it's a bridge we're not at. So let's get these cut and get these welded up and get ourselves an outside of a frame, which is the hard part. So here we are. Got the pieces cut. We're going to tack her into place and then we're going to square her all up. Last thing we want to do is just hammer it on home and realize it's out of square. So going to start tacking. Get back. I know it's hard to see, but she is in place. And yeah, I mean, I do have another inch to go down, but this has got to come down a half an inch anyway, probably 3/4. So hopefully it'll be tight. If not, I'll just cut the bottom off, no big deal. Make some mounting tabs. I'll probably use these mounting tabs here. I'll form a piece of metal around here to close it off. We'll see. Like I said, this is just a test. I wanted to see how well this would weld. And weld is fine. I gotta go through, of course, you know, clean it up, all that. But now I know I can go out and buy more of these. These things are like $5 a piece. I'm probably looking at another, I don't know, 25 or 26. I'll measure it out, figure it out. Alright, so there's really not much to see here. This is basically just keep repeating. So you can see I'm just using a little spare piece of metal as a jig. And we're going to keep on going until it's done or I run out of metal. I bought 26 of these today at $5 a piece. So this is it's going to be about a $200 grill for just metal. But that's alright. It's different. No one else has one that I'm aware of. Update time. So obviously I'm running out of light and I also ran out of metal. But here's where we're at with her. As you can see, I ran probably like 4 pieces short. You know, 2 here and 2 over there. Now what I am going to have to do is, when I'm all done, I'm going to have to weld a little bar into here, here, and here. Pretty much right where these lines are. Just to access the opener for the hood. And kind of like a 71 to 77 front end. I'm going to have to cut the top of this core support here. Not a big deal. And then I'll probably have to cut, I'm going to cut this down here and then probably mount it to there. And maybe make some mounting tabs here and probably just make a little sleeve to fold over. I'll do a little piece of metal that'll contour with this and maybe even round this when I get to there. And then just, you know, pop a piece on top of it and kind of just seam it in. So yeah, overall she's looking pretty good. Not gonna lie, it's heavy because these are solid. These aren't hollow. Makes it good to weld. And also I think probably right down the middle I'm gonna have to put a bar behind all this because these, you know, as you can see, these move and they have to be centered up anyway. I don't need to be driving down the road hearing that. So either one bar here or, you know, bar here and a bar here. I don't think that'll look that good though. Probably right here. That's gonna be the way to go. So since I got to go to the metal store again tomorrow, I'll pick up maybe just like a round rod, since, you know, this is kind of split. And then I'll be able to center this all up. Now, as you can see, the metal just kind of goes where it wants right now. So we'll continue on this probably tomorrow. All right, just got back from the metal shop, and I did run about 4 pieces short, but it was a good thing. I went back to the metal shop and I found these little decorative pieces. So I'm gonna kind of round the grill, the top of it. I mean, if you can see up here, you know, that's already rounded. So I think it's gonna blend in pretty well. Now, of course, the pieces I got are slightly short, so the grill is gonna be like out to here. But I'll probably skin some metal on and just make some sort of cover to make it look good. But in the meantime, I'm gonna start cutting some of this stuff and see where we end up. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is I have to stiffen this thing up. As you can see, it's just way too clangy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack the rod right in the center, and then I'm gonna use my little jig that I've been using and just go through and tack each rod till I get down to the bottom. And we'll see where we end up. Next up, we're gonna round the top. Now we might round the bottom also. I don't know, haven't really decided yet. But we're gonna try with the top, and we only gotta cut off like 3 bars. So worst case scenario, if I screw it all up, I still have this much grill, which will be about the same size as the original grill. But I wanna cover as much as possible on the van. So I'm gonna make a cut, as you can see, there, there, and there. Then we're gonna tap this into place. Well, tack. And see what it looks like. Next day. So much like a 77 grill, you got to cut the core support here. As you can see, I already marked it. I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to see because this battery's almost dead, but we're going to start cutting. No going back. As you can see, we got the top all cut. Pretty even, pretty much right where I wanted it. I am going to take a little piece of like door trim or something and put it over this edge. So, we got this about as close as we could get it. I know there's still a gap here. I might flare out a piece of metal and kind of mold it in. As far as mounting it, we got the original brackets back here. So I'm just going to take a 1/4 inch nut and weld it on the back side here. As you can see, I got it all marked out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a pretty good brace. I might do something, looks like I have a mounting hole over here. So maybe I'll do another one on the back side of one of these to hold it in place, and I could always do something later. It's just going to be making it accessible. Actually this, I don't know if I'll be able to get to the back of it. And we're just going to cut this off. We are probably, I still have these little leftover pieces, so I'm probably going to do something like round this. It's not going to take much. So first thing I want to do though is I want to get this thing mounted up and hanging on its own without the little clamps. So let me bust out the welder and weld some bolts to the back of this. Very dark, very late, and it's a work night. So here's what we ended up doing. We ended up going and just welding some bolts right onto the back side that line up exactly where we need them to line up. We threw this extra support rod on because these were a little flimsy. Some were in, some were out. Now the whole thing is straight. We have 4 mounting points. Probably going to add another 2 more because this grill it's got to be pushing like 60 pounds. It is not light. And we're going to get this on the van mocked up tomorrow. And also, I think I said earlier, we are going to change this up a little bit, make it a little round. Hell, I might even add on and go down. Won't know until tomorrow. And here we are. So we went through, as you can see, you know, we rounded the bottoms. It wasn't really easy when I was dealing with like 5/8 corners along with 1/2 inch pieces, but we pretty much blended it in as best we could. Doesn't look bad. So next up, it's going to go on the van after it dries. As you can see, we got some pretty badass LEDs, so I can't wait to see how this looks at night. Make sure it doesn't obstruct the vision too much. So let's let this dry and we'll work on something else. Well, for the purposes of this video, this grill is done. Yeah, Now I'm probably going to go back and maybe take some metal, add it onto here, and just kind of mold this all in. But for the most part, she looks pretty good. You know, down here, this little gap here, I do have this valance piece. I'm just going to go and just buzz the top off, and that'll slide right into there and be nice and flat. As far as the lights go, I did upgrade to these $52 LEDs, which I'll show you real quick. Don't buy them for a G10 van, buy them for a Jeep. All 7-inch headlights are pretty much the same. That's what I did. So we'll see how this looks. We'll turn the directional on. You can see turn signal, it's yellow. Daytime running lights, they're just white. Headlights, don't know how these are going to work. We'll see how they work in the, tonight. But they are pretty bright. We'll pull them all the way out. So hopefully they shine through. So guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you got some ideas. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day.